Well, let's make a meatloaf. I'm not going to make it in the oven. I'm going to make it in my electric pressure cooker. I'm making a big one today, so I've got 3 pounds of ground beef. To the ground beef, I have added 1 sleeve of crushed saltine crackers, 2 eggs, about 3/4 cup of ketchup, and 2 packets of beefy onion soup mix. And I'm going to use my mixer to mix this up. This makes easy work for mixing your meatloaf. So I did wind up adding just another 1/4 of a cup of ketchup to that mixture. I want it to be soft and pliable, so another 1/4 cup, that means I added 1 cup of ketchup. To my electric pressure cooker, I have added in water in the bottom, and I'm going to put my rack in. I'm going to form my meatloaf and sit them on these racks. Today I'm doing a sweet topping. I have in my bowl probably about a cup of light brown sugar. You can use light or dark. And probably a couple of tablespoons of ketchup and about a tablespoon of mustard. A little drier than I want, so I add just a little more ketchup. This is the consistency I'm looking for. Took that topping and I smeared it all over the top of both of those loaves. Reserve the other half of that topping for after the meatloaf is done, and I'll show you what I do with it. Got my top on, I've got it set to build pressure, and I'm going to set it on the meat setting. And I'm going to adjust the time for 30 minutes. All right, and she's set. She'll kick off and start running in 30 minutes of cooking time. This will be ready. All right, my meatloaf is done. I let it sit for about 10 minutes after it stopped cooking and let the pressure go down, and then I just release the rest of the steam. And there's the meatloaf. Now let me show you what I do next. So I just reached in there with this long spatula, pulled those out, put them on an oven-safe dish, and I'm going to top these with the rest of the brown sugar topping, and I'm going to put them under the broiler for just a few minutes. And keep in mind, those meatloaves coming out of that pressure cooker are completely done at this point. So the only purpose of putting that in the oven is because I want to brown up the top a little bit with that coating on top of it. All right, y'all, there it is, coming straight out of the oven. I'm going to serve with this with some simple mashed potatoes, some of my home canned green beans, and some of my homemade cat head biscuits. There's the center of it. I just wanted to show you this to show you that it is done after 30 minutes. And look how juicy. And the good thing is the fat from that meat drains down through the holes in the rack that you put in your pressure cooker, so it is not a greasy meatloaf. All right, y'all. Let's eat some supper.